right. So today we are going to talk about a little bit more about the Earth and the Sun, and then some astronomers. It won't be a 30-minute. Well, hopefully, it won't be 30 minutes of notes, but go on and make sure you have paper and that you have these writing this down because it is very important. So I wanted to make sure that I remember to write down that I'm going to just say Earth, Sun, planets. Okay. The sun is 4.6 billion years old. So they say that's how old the Earth is, and we sort of just all like it all happened together. So I want to make sure I say that. So we have the Earth does a trip around the sun, right? So, and it takes a whole year for that to happen. Let's see. All right, so the Earth revolves around the sun, takes 365 days, 1 year. Okay. So that just means that it's moving like this, right? But as it's moving, it's also rotating. So let's see if I can. I'll share a video of that today. So as it's moving, it's also rotating. So it's revolving around the sun, but it's also twirling, rotating at the same time. So the rotation. So Earth's rotation causes day, night. Okay. The tilt of the axis causes our season. Because right now we are tilted away from the sun, but during summer we are tilted towards the sun. So also, when we revolve, the northern part of us is away from the sun, and that's in the latter, half of our year to the very beginning. So we're starting to make our trip around. If that makes sense. So we're tilted towards the sun when we are in summer and away when we are in winter. Okay. Let me make sure I have everything I want for that part. All right. We talked about how hot yeah. Okay. So now let's talk about, so that's all I wanted to say about just the solar system is that it's 4.6 billion years old. The Earth revolves around the sun, and the Earth rotates at the same time. And then I'll have a video for that as well. Okay. All right, so now we're going to talk really quickly about the astronomers of our solar system, the early astronomers. I can find my papers. Okay, so let me start at the beginning. Well, you don't need to see that. Trying to make sure I get the right. Okay, so Aristotle, who's this little fellow right here, right? Aristotle was a Greek philosopher. Okay. He believed that Earth was the center. All right. So he came up with that. He also came up with the elements. Earth, air, fire, water. Okay. So we have him, right? And he's like, okay, well, the Earth is the center of the universe. Well, then we have Ptolemy. My daughter might come running up the stairs. Hold on. If she does, I'll try to pause the video. So we have Ptolemy. Okay. He's also a Greek astronomer. Hold on, let me pause this real quick. Okay. So he was a Greek astronomer. And he piggybacks off of what Aristotle said. He also believes that the Earth was the center and that the Earth didn't move. Okay. He felt like the Earth was the center. So to show you what he felt, well, we'll do that last. Okay, so he felt that the Earth didn't move, but then comes along. I can never say his name. Copernicus. I can never say his name. I have like a mental block. Okay. And he felt like the sun was the center. He came up with the Earth rotating. And revolving. Okay. So, because he disagreed with Ptolemy, most people didn't believe what Copernicus said. I cannot say his name. They felt like he was wrong. They felt like he wasn't right, that he, was way off. They just couldn't get over the fact that the earth was moving. And if you think about it, it would be hard to understand that if, they didn't have the internet, they didn't have the prior knowledge like we do to understand that the earth does move, because it doesn't move fast. We can't feel it. So it would be hard for people to put a lot of weight into what he said. Okay, especially because these guys came first and they were around for a long time, and then this fellow's like, hey, by the way, I think they're wrong. All right, but then we have Galileo. And he argued about what Aristotle and Ptolemy said, and believed that the sun was center. Okay. So we have these two fellas who are sun, and these two fellas who were the earth. So the earlier guys felt like the earth was the center, and then the last two felt like it was the sun. Okay. So let's just dropping my pins. Turn the page real quick, and then a geocentric model just means that the Earth was in the center. Okay? And they felt like the sun orbited around the Earth. They felt like the other planets orbited around the Earth and that the Earth was standing still, right? But then the heliocentristic model, let me put Earth right here. So geology means Earth. Helio is sun. Okay, so the sun-centered believed that the sun, which we of course now know is exactly what it is, and then the sun was the center, and all the other planets orbit around the sun. And I'm not going to draw all of them, but you get the drift. Okay, so the sun was the center in their eyes, and the Earth just rotated like everything else. All right, you'll have a video about rotation and revolution, and then let me just show you so I don't have to make 2 videos. See if I can do this. No, I can't. All right, so we'll go back and you'll have that, but you'll have a Google Slides video or not video, but Google Slides about this information. Use your notes from today and yesterday, and you're just going to match the answer to the question. Okay. All right. I will talk to you later. Bye.